Hey Monkey family, hope everyone had a great day. Checking in on the project. We're at 352,000 market cap, which is up about 3% over the last 24 hours. And you can see here the trend is looking great. You can see the upward trend here. And I've done a bit of analysis and you can see I've got us popping straight up past 1.5 million. And I'm excited about Monkey and the direction we're going here. You can see the upward trend here, and I'll show you a little bit when we zoom in a bit. You can see we had that nice jump and then it pulled back a little bit. We can see the lows getting higher, and it does seem like we have a new floor here and it's holding well, which tells me that the new folks that came in are long-term holders, or at least not short-term swing traders. Some obviously took some profit or came in and jumped out quickly. When you know 2x in a couple days, that'll happen. Sometimes you get the folks that are just opportunistic looking for a quick buck. That's totally fine. And we're going to look at the top 40 holders and see what that looked like. And so let's just go there right now. So if you remember, what I have here is start on the 2nd, and every couple days I've been looking at this to see how these holders from day 1 here, I'm calling it, on the 2nd, have fared. And if you remember, the total percentage held by larger holders, at least 0.5% of supply, is almost 42%, and 34% of the total supply is held by those that are labeled as diamond hands by GMGN, meaning they've held for a long time. And it's a huge percentage of folks, and this core group of holders has held up well. So I ran the numbers just a few minutes ago, and it's still looking great. You can see here, and this is compared to day 1 versus today. You can see the net inflows of 10 million, which is great. Nobody's really sold. There's a couple with negatives here, but those were in the last few days prior to today. So it's looking great. There's positive inflows. All of the wallets that were in the top 40 a week ago are still in the top 40 now. I did go back and look the other way to see if any of these wallets from day 1 full clipped out of Monkey, and there's none. They all show a wallet here on the 8th of January. So that's great news. Nobody's really selling, everybody's adding. I think the excitement's here, and the folks that are holding obviously been holding for a while and have the diamond hands, and then even the folks that have bought in over the last couple days, things are looking great overall. Now, if we take a look at the overall distribution, to me it looks pretty good just with my naked eye. We've got late dev, as we know, with 3%, and then we've got a 2.5% holder that has actually added in the last week, and then a lot of other wallets under 2%, which is great to see. And the good news is all of these folks are holding. And again, that's really big for picking a project. And I think the fact that we bottomed out, as I mentioned tons of times, let kind of the short-term folks, the non-believers, if you will, leave the project. And now we're left with folks that I believe are believers and are going to hold for the long term, or at least the mid-range. Everybody's probably got their own goals. We don't know. It's, as far as I know, not bundled or anything, so people are going to do what they want to do. But I think we all love Monkey. We love the community. We think this is a long-term hold that can run to the billions. And so I think most folks here are holding, you know, for a long time. So we might have different goals, but I don't think anyone's going to take out a 3x here or anything like that, right? So great news here. And I think this is the benefit of these 6+ months that Monkey has been here, because we have all that time to clear everything out, get everything straight, figure out if you're a believer or not, and stick around. And the core holders, among the core holders, it doesn't look like there's many sellers at all. And we all see the massive potential of Monkey. So this is overall good. And I'll try to look at this every few days or so, and we'll see if anyone here sells. It's bound to happen, right? But so far it's looking good. And even with the nice increase over the last few days, nobody's selling, right? why would they? There's so much potential here. It's a great project, and we know what we hold here. All right, let's look at the news on X here. Mirage had a great post. Meme coins with holders, communities of such high conviction in what they hold that they won't even sell it for liquidity to chase other narratives or opportunities that present themselves are the meme coins that will reach the highest of highs among their peers. It is a test. So remember, we've got the high percentage of diamond-handed holders here, right? And what Mirage is saying is these folks didn't sell their monkey to chase other stuff like white whale or whatever's running, which is huge. I'm sure some folks bought white whale and congratulations to them, but they didn't do it with their monkey bag because they see the potential of monkey, and that's huge. And we're going to reach the highest among our peers here. I truly think that because of the distribution and the quality of holders that we have a great chance to reach that escape velocity and break through unlike any other coin. A lot of coins will run up to 5 million, even 10 million, and then kind of fizzle out. I think we have what it takes to go so much higher than that and make that generational wealth that we're all looking for. At the macro level, Brian Armstrong had a good post here, I thought, just to show how early we are. Financial access matters far more than crypto skeptics who have only lived in the US realize 96% of the world population doesn't live in the US, and many have a high demand for the dollar but can't open dollar denominated accounts. With stablecoins, anyone with a smartphone can get access to dollars and can send them anywhere instantly for less than 1 cent. So what he's talking about is just a structural change for the world financial systems, which is huge. And can you imagine all the folks that are going to be on board to crypto and have access to buy and sell? It's big. And I think a lot of the structural changes that we've talked about are going to play a big role in this. And so shout out to Brian Armstrong. He seems to be pushing the industry forward as a whole and not just his own company. Obviously, they benefit from this stuff, but he seems to be a kind of a crypto evangelist. So good post. Andy Leon says if you're buying a new meme, it all depends on who is the dev and the core team. If they have a track record of being a serial scammer, don't touch those. Too good to be true is never the truth. Be careful. And he might be applying this to new pairs. You want to see who's deploying it and see if they're trustworthy. That's the good thing about Monkey. It's not a new pair. It's been around for a while, and so the bad actors have had time to leave and chase other opportunities. And so we know the core holders. It's a community-run coin, and I just think it's such a great opportunity. We don't have to worry, is this thing going to go to zero? And in the next hour or so, right? We've all had that happen with new pairs. This is a different setup. And I think it really does depend on who's running it, who's in the community. And I think we just have kind of a new-ish coin, but we have that history, meaning we're still so early, but we don't have to worry about the things that the new pairs have to worry about with the scammers. Watcher Guru posted 1.8 trillion Morgan Stanley to launch crypto wallet this year, which is insane. A lot of these big banks weren't even touching crypto. They wouldn't let you on ramp using their banks or anything like that. Now they're going to have a crypto wallet, which is absolutely insane, but a great sign for the overall market. Eddy has been active in shilling Monkey. He sits billion bags. He's got Monkey, Pepe, SCI, Neat, Bonk. Don't shill anything more. And I think that's great. He's got Monkey at the top of the list with a great low market cap, huge potential for Monkey. So Eddy's on it. He also posted in his Telegram. Thanks for whoever posted that in our Monkey chat. I think it might have been Montana. Says Eddy said Monkey is the coin that could run hard, and so he's posting that in his Telegram. Eddy knows, so shout out to Eddy. He's been holding the whole time, and I think he said yesterday, or the day before, that he's even been adding. So this is the type of holder we need. Eddy, thanks for shilling Monkey here. Cryptoshi says, crazy to think that at any given moment you're one trade away from becoming a millionaire. And that is the upside of meme coins, right? I mean, there's risk, obviously, but we're all looking for that one trade. I think we found it with Monkey, honestly. And as you guys know, I'm bullish on Monkey. I've been adding just because I see the potential here. Every time I look at trading and what should I buy, it always comes back to monke being such a great value right now. And plus, it's the bag that we're all working, right? So I don't understand why you wouldn't add to it and keep working if this is the bag that you're working and the community is working for your bags as well. I think we're in a great spot here. And remember, we're just one trade away. And like I said, I think we discovered the coin that's going to do it for us. We just have to do our part now, which is holding, shilling, onboarding your friends and family, and just being patient. Patience is key here because we know what we hold here. There's going to be runners every single day. One of these days is going to be monkey. We just have to be patient and hold, in my opinion. Don't forget tomorrow, which is Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern, we're going to have a monkey space. I'll repost that tonight, maybe even tomorrow morning as well, and we'll hop on and we'll chat with some of the community members, and so everybody join and support and try to get more folks to join. The more folks join, learn about monkeys, see we're just regular people, a great community. I think that benefits the project as a whole. Thank you, everybody. I will talk to you tomorrow at the space.